What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And this is the situation that I think a lot of older people who are getting near retirement are having. And I thought I'd share this because it really provides perspective. And I think perspective is a good thing. And if we could all learn from other people and apply, um, that to our lives, it'll make it that much easier for ourselves. Now, the reason I talk about digital assets is because I do believe it's a new asset class that's going to come in. And when you're first invested into a new asset class, the powers that be are going to suppress the price of that. And if you come in early, as in anything that you invest in, if you're an early investor, you reap the maximum amount of return on investment. And that's what I think digital assets are here. Now, that you got to be careful with digital assets. You got to find the utility in them and not just be speculating. You can speculate, of course, and you might make some money, but a lot more people lose money. So you have to be smart with it. And I do believe that what you could do is you take profits from your investment in digital assets, and if you're into precious metals, you can go ahead and allocate into precious metals. And so here I'm going to share this story from a comment section from Digital Asset News. And this is what Digital Asset News had to say about this. He said, when I talked about retirement and how retirees are lacking in their assessment of how much they need to retire, I didn't realize just how big of an issue this actually is. And then he says, this is from the comment section. Pretty scary stuff. So this is this gentleman who listened to a story about what he has to say. He says, you're absolutely correct about retirement. I'm scared. I had 4 kids and lived paycheck to paycheck supporting all of us. I never had anything to invest until about 10 years ago. Now I'm 55 and my kids are all adults and they still can't make it on their own because nobody pays enough. I have to tell them no when they need to get their car fixed. I have to tell them no on their medical bills. I have to tell them no on just about everything, and I feel horrible about it. If I didn't, though, I'll be working until the day I die, and I've been working full time since 1984. I'm so tired of being obligated to support everything and everyone. It's a horrible dilemma. And and it's the reality of things. How many people out there are living paycheck to paycheck, and when they look back, they say, I don't have anything to live my, older years out. And this is why the, federal banking system, whenever the Federal Reserve Act was instituted in 1913, it set the precedent for what's happening today. What $1 was worth, in the 1920s, 1930s, is pennies today. If you look at a chart, a dollar back then, in the early 1900s, is equivalent to 3 pennies today, and it might be less now. But it's the devaluation. Sorry, I can't speak today. Devaluation of the currency that makes you work more for less, and it has people in this situation, which it's not really a fault of their own because the system's set up that way. However, you can do things to help prepare for that time. There are things you can do, so there is hope, and that's why what I'm doing is trying to present information that's happening right now in the current state of affairs in society, and also tying it in with, hey, this is how it could affect your investments, but this is why this new asset class of digital assets is going to be the next thing that's going to be put forth. And that's why I advocate for these things. And and from those digital assets, I think you can take profits and invest into something more tangible, like land maybe. You have to know what you're doing with land, but that's something you could do. Precious metals. And so, folks, all I'm trying to do is get you guys informed, um, help educate, because I learn with you guys as well. By me presenting this information, I'm able to learn and I'm able to help other people out. And that's what the goal of this channel. And I want people to be prepared. Be prepared so that you're not caught off guard. And when all these things come all at once, you're not going to be able to say, "Oh, I wish I would have known." Because the fact that you're here now on this channel, you're preparing for that and you're well ahead of the game. And that's why it's whatever you learned, share it with other people so that they too can be prepared. Because what's coming is not going to be pretty and it's just the beginning of things. And so you got to be prepared. I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're, having this kind of issue, let me comment about what your situation is. If you're comfortable or if you know of something people could do to get ready, let me know in the comment section below. We're here to help each other. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.